All right, everyone. This is a continuation of my lecture on two-step flow model of communication. Here we are going to talk about, excuse me. All right, here we are going to talk about um, some assumptions related to the two-step flow model of communication. Uh, Let me go back from where they begin. All right, this is my first slide related to assumptions. The first assumption that you see on the screen is that individuals are not social isolates, which means individuals are surrounded by people, by many people related to their family or related to their friend circle. We have all like we have people around us. We are not isolated. And then the second assumption is that response or reaction to a media message is not direct. Remember, this was the assumption of stimulus response theory. Now, this model, this theory opposes the assumption of stimulus response. It says that response or reaction to media message is not direct, it is mediated through, I have made this font bold, it is mediated through or influenced by social relationships. So, our whatever we do or whatever we I mean our actions, our behavior, our choices are affected by social relationships. These two assumptions are actually pretty simple. Let's talk about the third assumption here in our next slide that you see here. It says that now two processes are associated. First, reception of message or response. Now, response can come either in the form of acceptance or rejection. Let's say I can give you an example from there is a famous show which is available on Netflix. Its name is Stranger Things. So let's see if it has 3 seasons actually. Let's see if I see an advertisement on a TV channel which is related to uh, uh, the uh, the release of 4th season of Stranger Things. Now I have received the message. See, I have received the message, but I may accept it or I may reject it. Acceptance would be watching of the season, 4th season. However, rejection will be, although I have received the message that the 4th season is released, but I do not get to see the season, that would be my rejection. So the model says that these two things, reception and acceptance of the message are interconnected, they are associated. Here I have explained the same thing in some different words. Reception of the message is not equal to response. I just gave you example from Stranger Things that although I have received the message that the 4th season of Stranger Things is out, I do not get to see it. I mean that doesn't motivate me to see the season. So reception does not have to be equal to the response. Even if people receive message, it's not necessary that they will respond to it. You can get examples from various advertisements. We see many advertisements on daily basis. Although we see messages, it's not necessary that we always respond to those messages. Now, non-reception of message is not equal to non-response. Again, if someone has missed the message, if someone has not received the message, again it is not necessary that they will not respond, because of course they can get message from their social relationships, from their social circles. Again, I would like to give you the example of Stranger Things. I started watching Stranger Things because I heard about the season from my friends. Again, I didn't receive the message. When Stranger Things was out, Netflix sent emails to let people know that here is this interesting season that is out and maybe people should watch it and all that. I did receive, maybe I didn't receive the message, but or maybe I didn't see the advertisement, but I did see the season because I got influenced by my friend's opinion. So even if you don't receive the message, it's not necessary that you do not actually respond to it. Many times you can see examples from products that especially related to clothing items or shoes, etc. There are many products that you actually do not see the advertisement, but you get the message from your contacts, from your friends, or from your family members, from siblings or whatever, and then you actually buy that clothing item or shoe. So again, non-reception does not mean that people won't respond. They can still get the message from any quarter, from any channel. uh, it bears repeating here that this message actually, this model, two-step flow model of communication, emphasizes interpersonal relationships. That media messages do not have, it's not necessary that they directly reach audience. They can get to audience through other circles, through other channels as well, and those channels are their personal contacts. Let's move to the fourth assumption of two-step model here. It says that not all individuals are same. Not all recipients of the information are same. They can be divided actually into two categories: those who are active users of media and those who rely on their personal contacts. I'll repeat. This assumption simply says that audience can be divided into two categories. First category is the people who are active consumers, active users of media, and second category is of people who are actually influenced by their personal contacts or their social contacts. All right. Here is the fifth and last assumption of two-step model. It says that active media users who are also opinion leaders. Remember, when we were beginning the explanation of this model, I told you that active media users are actually opinion leaders. They have three characteristics, these three: 1, 2, and 3. They are frequent media use, like they use media frequently. They have more use of media. They have higher level of gregariousness. Gregarious, the word gregarious means they are sociable. They like to interact with people. They are they are fond of spending time in other people's company. That is gregariousness. So first of all, they are frequent users of media, they are gregarious, and then they also have this perception about themselves that their opinion is important, and maybe they should share it with others. So they have a self perception of being influential for others. So this assumption actually just talks about the characteristics of um, um, active media users who are also opinion leaders. Here, actually, I have summarized the two-step flow model of communication for you. It says that mass media do not operate in social vacuum, but have an input into a very complex web of social relationships and compete with other sources of ideas, knowledge, and power. I have been saying this. I have been saying this repeatedly, and I would like to repeat this information that uh, interpersonal relationships is a factor that this model considers the most. In comparison to stimulus response theory that emphasizes upon direct effect or direct contact of audience and media, this model actually emphasizes upon interpersonal relationships in the flow of communication. Just like other models, there is criticism on this model as well. If you recall my lecture on stimulus response theory, if you recall that lecture, you will know that there was this criticism related to stimulus response theory that it only talks about direct effect of media. It doesn't entail a social structure or social relationships. Now, whereas in the criticism for the two-step model, they say that model implicitly denies the original one-step process. It says that, well, yes, people are affected by their social relationships, by their social contexts, but there can be a direct effect of media as well, and model seems to deny that. The meaning of implicit is like something which is not clearly stated. It is there. It exists there, but you cannot actually it's not quite visible, it's not quite conspicuous. All right, now with this I'm ending the second part of this lecture, and we'll talk about the revision of this model, which was done by a scholar named Robinson in 1976. We'll talk about that in the second part of this lecture. Thank you.